everyone, I'm Megan O'Leary, and here's what you need to know for your UFC Minute. When the UFC middleweight champion won his belt, no one knew what to expect from the fighter with the exciting style and unyielding confidence. Yet since that memorable title-winning night, he has successfully defended the belt multiple times, and he shows no signs of slowing down as his next title defense approaches. That's it for today. Stay tuned for your next UFC Minute, and I'll see you at the fights.
All right, coming up next, this highly anticipated matchup for the UFC middleweight division title. Looking to become the UFC middleweight champion of the world, here he is, the #1 middleweight contender. For a long time, this man has been one of the best 85ers in the world, but this title fight eluded him. It is here right now. He is healthy. He is smack dab in the middle of his prime, and he believes he is the best 85er in the world and is out to prove just that tonight and walk away with 12 pounds of UFC gold.
Michael Bisping is a very experienced mixed martial artist. He's got very clean stand-up technique, solid ground and pound, and he's excellent at adapting his style to get an advantage over his opponent.
So here's the undisputed UFC middleweight champion of the world making the walk, looking to defend his title. It is certainly something that he's been able to do in the past. He has been challenged on this title run. It's not as though he has run roughshod through this division, but they're all still chasing him at 185 pounds tonight. At least on paper, could be his most difficult challenge to date.
The champion is in focus right now. He's making his way towards the cage. His training for this bout has been perfect. Everything ran according to plan. He believes he has a solid game plan, and he's ready to step in here and retain.
Our tail of the tape for this, our main event of the evening. Bisping is 19 years the elder. He is 4 inches taller. He will have a 4-inch reach advantage. To get us started here.
Are you ready? Are you ready?
All right, here we go. UFC middleweight championship fight. This should be good. All right, so here he is, the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC champion out of the red corner. Many of you remember his title defense not all that long ago. He won it by knockout. And most of the guys, the #1 contender types who have risen to a title shot, have succumbed to his power. They think they know what it feels like, and then all of a sudden they get in the octagon, and they just can't take the pops.
Oh, he tagged him. He tagged him with the right hand. Doing an excellent job blocking here.
All right, first round is underway, and I don't have to tell the avid fans, you've got to watch out for this fighter's powerful overhand punches. He does not discriminate, power from both sides, and a big part of his game plan obviously coming in here tonight.
Oh!
Nice punch by Bisping. And he eats a right hand there.
He just landed an outstanding leg kick.
How about that shin? Yeah, looks a little wobbly on his feet.
He's hurt
And
here.
now he lands a combination.
Oh, look at this! Who saw that coming?
Wow!
These are some bombs he has thrown.
Trying to establish that jab.
High kick! He hurt him! Oh, he's out!
That'll do it!
What power that guy has in his hands.
Yeah, Joe, just an absolutely gorgeous shot to spell the end for his opponent. Crowd is absolutely loving it. He gets the near-perfect land. I'm not even sure his opponent saw it coming, but just the way he drew it up here tonight, saw that little crack of an opening and barged right through it to get the knockout.
Check it out again. And he's out.
And there is the undisputed king of the 185-pounders, the UFC middleweight champion of the world. And how about the knockout to get the job done tonight?
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Yves Levine is going to stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 26 seconds in the very first round. Declaring the winner by knockout and still the undisputed UFC middleweight champion of the world,
185-pounders, there he is, the undisputed UFC middleweight champion after the knockout tonight in his title defense. And that's got to feel pretty good. There were a lot of people backing the #1 contender coming in here tonight, but he certainly muted all of that noise and then some. The celebration is on in the corner. Congratulations to the reigning, defending, still undisputed UFC middleweight champion of the world. All right, coming up next, this highly anticipated matchup for the UFC middleweight division title. Looking to become the UFC middleweight champion of the world, here he is, the #1 middleweight contender. For a long time, this man has been one of the best 85ers in the world, but this title fight eluded him. It is here right now. He is healthy. He is smack dab in the middle of his prime, and he believes he is the best 85er in the world and is out to prove just that tonight and walk away with 12 pounds of UFC gold.
As he makes his way towards this cage, he believes this is his time. He believes he is destined to take this title. His preparation for this bout has gone absolutely according to plan. He's in fantastic shape with a great game plan, and he expects to walk out of this cage tonight as the new champion.
So here's the undisputed UFC middleweight champion of the world making the walk, looking to defend his title. It is certainly something that he's been able to do in the past. He has been challenged on this title run. It's not as though he has run roughshod through this division, but they're all still chasing him at 185 pounds tonight. At least on paper, could be his most difficult challenge to date.
The champion is in focus. He is in his prime. He's making his way towards the cage. His training for this camp has been absolutely spectacular. He believes he has a solid game plan, and his mentality coming into this fight is clear and focused.
Our tale of the tape for this, our main event of the evening. So more than 15 years, the gap in age between these two fighters. Some differences in height and reach. Now for the official introductions, here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. When the action begins, our referee in charge, Herb Dean. And now, this is the moment UFC fans around the world have been waiting for. Live from the sold-out United Center in Chicago, Illinois. Ready to fight? Ready.
All right, here we go. UFC middleweight championship is on the line. All right, so here he is, the UFC champion, and this guy is all the rage. Right now, he might be the front runner for the fighter of the year, given the fact that he was able to knock out the #1 contender in his last title defense, and to do so emphatically in a fight that a lot of people thought was close on paper is really something that could take his career to the next level. Trying to follow that up here tonight. Most guys have succumbed to his power. We'll see if that holds true yet again tonight. And they're exchanging leather early.
Tagged him with the Superman punch.
All right, so here we go with round one, and it doesn't figure to take him long to start to establish.
Oh, he's dropped. Oh, look at this. Who saw that coming?
And really starting to make these shots count. He's got him hurt here.
He is going after it here.
And now starting to snap off that jab. Harcourt's cut above the eye. Pretty good jab there, Joe.
Big shots.
Oh! Unbelievable.
Oh, that's it. He's in.
And that's going to do it.
Huge right hand shot that got him the victory.
Yeah, Joe, a pinpoint strike to end this fight. It landed flush. I'm not even sure the opponent wholly saw it coming, and before he could recover, the referee was in to stop the fight. So a huge knockout victory for that fighter here tonight.
Great angle here. Bang.
And there's the UFC middleweight king. Best fighter in the world at 185 pounds. What a knockout he turned in here tonight. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean is going to stop this contest at 2 minutes, 8 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by knockout and still the undisputed UFC middleweight champion of the world.
Some paths must eventually cross. And as two of the greatest fighters in the UFC kept dominating their opposition, it was inevitable that this moment would come. When the octagon door closes for tonight's super fight, the talk will be over, and the entire sports world will come to a halt. This is no ordinary fight. It's a battle between two champions, willing to put their own divisional crowns on the line to prove themselves worthy to be on top. And when the dust settles, there can only be one winner, a king with two crowns.
Coming up next, a matchup for the UFC Light Heavyweight Championship of the world. Well, what a moment we have got in front of us tonight, and for this fighter, one win away from UFC immortality. He became a UFC champion in one division, and tonight he will try to become a simultaneous two-division UFC champion. Absolutely incredible what can be accomplished in front of our eyes tonight.
As he steps towards this cage, he understands this is one of the biggest moments in his life, the biggest moment in his career. He is looking to take this title, and he believes his time is now. His preparation has gone perfectly. He is in outstanding shape. He has a great game plan and a great camp, and he believes that he will emerge the new champion of the world tonight after this fight.
Well, he has joined a long list of Hall of Fame types: Chuck Liddell, John Jones, Daniel Cormier. Now this man is the hunted at 205 pounds. He is the UFC light heavyweight champion. He has defended the belt. He has proven without a shadow of a doubt that he's the best 205er in the world. A lot of momentum with the challenger here tonight, though. A lot of people think we're getting a new champion. The champion is not among those. We'll see if this man can walk out the same way he walked in as the undisputed light heavyweight champion of the world.
The champion is in focus right now. He's making his way towards the cage. His training for this bout has been perfect. Everything ran according to plan. He believes he has a solid game plan, and he's ready to step in here and retain his title.
Our tale of the tape for this lightweight championship fight. Johnson is 14 years the elder. He will have a 7-inch reach advantage. Now to get us started, the veteran voice of the Octagon, Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. When the action begins, our referee in charge, Herb Dean. And now, this is the moment UFC fans around the world have been waiting for. Live from the sold-out Saitama Super Arena in Tokyo, Japan. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Light Heavyweight Championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a kickboxer, holding a professional record of 23 wins, no losses. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in at 205 pounds. Fighting out of Boca Raton, Florida, presenting the challenger, Dynamite. And now, introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a mixed martial artist, holding a professional record of 30 wins, 6 losses. He stands 6 feet 2 inches tall, weighing in at 205 pounds. Fighting out of Boca Raton, Florida, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC light heavyweight champion of the world, Anthony Rumble Johnson!
All right, this is for the championship. You've been given your instructions in the dressing room. Protect yourself at all times. Follow my instructions. We will have a clean fight. Touch gloves. Let's make it official.
I am very fired up for this fight. It's been a long time coming. The fans have been anticipating this for a long time, and it is gonna go down right now.
Well, this is a venue as long on MMA history as any in the world, the Saitama Super Arena in Tokyo, Japan. Good to have you with us for the night of live UFC action.
Beautiful knockout here early in the first.
Yeah, Joe, near perfect technique to land that seminal blow to finish the fight here in round one. And that's exactly the way a fighter draws it up. You don't absorb anything in terms of significant damage, and then you're able to knock your opponent out. So this is exactly the desired result for him here tonight.
Here we see that again. Take a look at this from a different angle. I mean, just stiff.
Well, rarefied air in the UFC, he wins the super fight to become a two-division UFC champion. His future now undeniably in the UFC Hall of Fame.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 17 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by knockout and new undisputed UFC light heavyweight champion of the world, Dynamite!
Well, get that man a second waist, put a belt over his shoulder. He has become a two-division UFC champion here tonight. Rarefied air. Only a select handful of guys in the history of the Ultimate Fighting Championship have won a belt in two divisions, and you can add his name to that list. Absolutely incredible what he accomplished in this arena here tonight.
Was watching, and the Saitama Super Arena in Tokyo, Japan was at capacity last weekend when the UFC middleweight champion challenged the light heavyweight title holder in an epic super fight. When it was over, he had silenced the critics and made history as one of only a handful of fighters to become a world champion in 2 weight classes. That's it for today. Stay tuned for your next UFC Minute, and I'll see you at the fights.
You ready? You ready?
All right, here we go. UFC light heavyweight title is on the line. Well, nice to see him turn around quickly here tonight after becoming a simultaneous two-division UFC champion by knockout, no less. So no judges needed that night, and he has said in advance of this one, I would be very surprised if it goes to the scorecards. One of his belts is on the line, and he believes, given the stylistic matchup, that he can make quick work of this contender-type foe here tonight. Trying to establish that jab. All right, first round is underway, and I don't have to tell the avid fans, you've got to watch out for this fighter's powerful overhand punches. He does not discriminate, power from both sides, and a big part of his game plan, obviously, coming in here tonight. Serkunov gets hit with a kick. That one appeared to land flush.
Nice shot. That one hurt.
Just over 3 minutes to go. Changes his stance. Whoa!
This could be it right here.
Yeah,
oh, he got clipped there. He got hurt. Oh! Back to his feet again. Amazing.
Oh, he might be out. Oh! Huge right hand!
Oh, he's out cold.
That's it.
Excellent timing here. Big left hand for the victory.
Well, Joe, you knew if he landed that weapon repeatedly, it could be a short night for his opponent, but that was just one perfectly placed strike that his opponent candidly didn't even see coming. It landed flush, and the rest, as they say, is history. Big knockout win for him here tonight.
Here we see it again. Bang.
And there is the UFC light heavyweight champion of the world. The celebration continues after the big knockout win to get the job done tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Yves Leving has called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 22 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by knockout and still the undisputed UFC light heavyweight champion of the world.
Well, he came in as the undisputed UFC light heavyweight champion, and after that result, he goes out the way he came in. And still, ladies and gentlemen, and nice to see this moment now as he celebrates with his corner. That was as dominating a title defense as we've seen thus far this year, as he knocks out the #1 contender, and really in so doing, sends a message to the other contender types at 205 pounds.